ask your name and your job, please?
So my name's Alex, and I'm a data analytics engineer.
Can you briefly describe your job, please, and what are the best and the worst bits of it?
Right, so I build databases. So I don't know whether you know much about what a database is. So it's lots and lots of tables with data, lots of information in them, but there's loads and loads and loads and loads of tables, and we get them, all the information comes from all sorts of different places, and we put it all into one big place so that we can then look at the data and make decisions on the data. Then once I've done that, I then have to write lots of code. So do you know Roblox? You must have all played Roblox. Yeah. And there's coding. Well, I do that on a big scale. So, and that's, once I've got the data, I then build lots of graphs, and then I give all the information in those graphs to all the managers in the company so that they can make decisions on what they want to do. So that's kind of what I do.
What skills are important in your job, and do you use any STEM skills?
Right, okay, so most important things in my job, you've got to be good at problem solving, because people come to you with questions that they want answered, and so you've got to be able to look at the data to be able to answer those questions. So problem solving, you've got to have logic skills, so you've got to think logically, and there's a lot of attention to detail. So sometimes there can be little tiny things that are really, really important, and you've got to be able to spot those. So those are the sort of the main skills. You've got to be fairly good at maths. Although at school I was rubbish at maths, but as I've got older I got better and better at it, and I practiced, did lots of things to help me get better. So that's kind of the main skills that I used.
Great. Are there any stereotypes or inequalities in your job?
So when I first walked into the room, did you kind of have a bit of an idea about what I might do as a girl?
Not wearing overalls, so that was a bit of an idea. But
so there's not very many girls that work in IT. I know a few of them, because I've got friends that work in IT, but there's not that many girls that work in IT. So it's mostly all men. But there are lots of us out there in little pockets here and there. And I think these days more and more girls are getting into IT. But generally people are quite surprised when I tell them what I do for a living. They're like, but all the places that I've worked, all the guys that I've worked with, and I'm the only girl in a team of men, but they all just treat me as equal, which is a really, really good thing, because there's some jobs that you can do where you don't get treated as an equal. So it's a really, really good place for girls to work.
How would I be able to get a job like yours? What qualification or experience would I need?
Okay, so there's lots of different ways of doing it. You can go to college and study IT, and then you can go on to university and study IT, and so you get yourself a degree, and then you can go straight into a job. I didn't do that because I didn't really know what I wanted to be when I was your age, and it took me a long time to decide what I wanted to do, and I ended up working, just getting a job as kind of administration, and showed a bit of interest in spreadsheets and data, and something in my brain clicked that I could do it, and then I kind of just kept on learning more and more, and I worked my way up from the bottom. So as long as you work hard and you focus and you try really hard, and there's lots and lots of courses that I've done that have helped me, so you can do it that way as well.
If you had one piece of advice for pupils in Lofthaven School, what would it be?
You need to work hard, keep trying, and when sometimes you come across things that are barriers, you know, things you don't get it first time, or you don't quite understand it. If you keep trying, eventually you'll get there. Because I mean, as I said, I was rubbish at maths, but I kept trying, and now I work doing maths all day, every day. So the thing that I hated the most is now the thing that I love the most. Yeah. So yeah, it's just a case of working hard and don't give up.
Brilliant. Thank you ever so much.